Here we are, the Hollywood Reporter. This article came out a couple days ago. I wanted to talk about it, though, because I just got a chance to view the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and I want to give you my thoughts on it. But we'll cover this article here, and then I'll give you my thoughts along the way. You know what to do. Smack the like button for me. Tax the privilege button, like my brother Tony ToneDef says. If you're not yet, let today be the day you subscribe to the channel. Ding the bell for notifications so you know when we go live for one of our 5 weekly live streams. 3 if you're a non-channel member, 5 if you're a channel member. You get an extra one on Monday and Wednesday just for my Kazooians and Harvey Wakuyan producer tier members. $2.99, $4.99, that's an option. If not, like I said, just subscribe. It's free. There's 1,200 videos in the back catalog, live streams, reviews, anything and everything you can think of, skits. Go enjoy. But right now, we're moving forward with the article at hand. Marvel's found an answer to so-called fatigue, and there is Marvel franchise fatigue because they have inundated the market with a subpar product, which we know what that does. Quantity is not an answer to quality. The lack thereof is astounding at this point, considering what we got through the first couple phases of the MCU, which has turned into the MCU and is in stage 4 right now, which is over, going into... Let's not talk about that. Let's focus. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Much like a single issue of a comic book, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and other one-offs offer a solution for audiences not ready to spend 6 to 9 weeks on a TV show. And we get a good shot of Chris Pratt's Peter Quill as he stands in awe of the holiday decorations that his cohorts have, put up for him to enjoy. Marvel Studios is here to ring in another holiday with the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It marks the second of Marvel Studios' newly minted Marvel Special presentation line, following the release of Werewolf by Night in October, which I still haven't got a chance to watch yet. I might sit down and watch that. It's a one-off. I can spend an hour checking something like that out. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, written and directed by James Gunn, once again highlights the successful nature of these 45-minute specials, packing everything audiences love about the franchise into a single punch. While the limited and ongoing series and movies definitely aren't going anywhere, the Marvel special presentations may be the MCU's most exciting prospect.
Exciting.
And I didn't mind the format. I liked the shorter time frame. It's more digestible. And it wasn't bad. It's something I'll probably watch. I'll probably watch it again. My son liked it. Me, him, and the wife sat down and watched it. We all enjoyed it. We like Guardians of the Galaxy, though. So, like I said, I enjoyed it. Both Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special have been regarded as some of the best entries into Phase 4, not only for their ability to showcase the unique talents of their filmmakers, but also for their overall lack of connective tissue to the larger MCU, allowing viewers to simply enjoy them on their own terms without concern for what's next or where they will fit into the grand scheme of things. So, while a fan bets of Blade and Silver Surfer showing up in these respective projects didn't pay off, the specials themselves work as well as they do because they feel like a justified way to spend an audience's time rather than serving as a trailer showcase. And that's the problem with so many of these movies in the MCU and shows, is they're all setups for other stuff. So we don't really get into the meat and potatoes of the subject matter that they're covering as much, because they're like, oh, well, we got to do this and we got to do that to set these up, and we're wasting time in a limited, episode series, a 6 to 9 episode series. You really don't have time to set up 4 spin-offs and tell the complete story of the A plot. You're focusing on the B, C, and D as opposed to the A, which doesn't make any sense to me. And it does. It pisses the audience off to a certain extent.
Oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me right off.
As the MCU continues its rapid growth both on the big screen and on Disney+, keeping track of back-to-back movies and weekly series has become cumbersome for some audiences, especially when they're shit like the MCU has been in Stage 4. While the notion of franchise fatigue when it comes to superhero movies is as much of a non-issue as it was a decade ago, with the films consistently accounting for the most ticket sales and highest box office each year, even amidst the pandemic, the number of releases leaves little breathing room to catch up before the next thing, because they want you to just consume
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
An August Morning Consult poll found that more U.S. adults are feeling fatigued by the sheer number of releases than they did a year ago, and that's true of even Marvel fans.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Given that information, more Marvel special presentations may not seem conducive, but perhaps it's a good idea to reduce the number of series, if not movies, and rethink them as special presentations, rather than 6 to 9 week commitments that often air alongside and struggle for room amidst Disney's simultaneously streaming Star Wars shows and whatever the big HBO series of the quarter is. This could both free up audiences and renew their investment in the universe and allow filmmakers to stretch themselves creatively.
Stretch!
What's apparent in both specials is they make creative choices that the films wouldn't permit and series likely wouldn't sustain. Werewolf's black and white approach was an incredible means to set the mood and pay homage to the Universal monster movies, but considering the odd stigma around black and white from younger viewers, it would likely turn off many general audience members. Well, that's because they're uncultured swine. And while WandaVision could implement black and white for 2 episodes and evoke a feeling of classic sitcoms, that's also not a look at that would be met with the same praise on a weekly basis. And probably not. But no, these one-offs are good. Like I said, the only MCU series that I really enjoyed, was WandaVision until the end. It really shit the bed, for lack of a better phrase. But, you went into Loki, which made Loki look like an idiot. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was preachy and politically driven, racially divisive. What If was trash. I guess I could give it a pass because it's animated, but Jesus, making things in an animated show canonical is ridiculous. Miss Marvel, didn't watch it, wasn't made for me. Hawkeye was okay. I don't hate Kate Bishop. I don't really hate her. It could go either way, but I don't hate her. What else am I missing here? We've got an Echo spin-off series coming out of that, which nobody gives a shit about. I can't remember all the other shows. Moon Knight. I watched 3 episodes of and quit. Didn't care. Have no investment in the character at all. So these one-offs for somebody like me, like I said, I just kind of glossed over Werewolf by Night because I was too busy watching old horror and doing videos about horror. So I'll go back and check that out and let you guys know what I think. Guardians focuses primarily on Drax, played by Dave Bautista, and Mantis, Pom Klementif, who have been comedic supporting characters in the films. It's great to see them get the spotlight, and for both actors to show off more of their characters' personalities, but at the same time, Drax and Mantis' communication issues and literal readings wouldn't be nearly as charming if sustained for 6 episodes. But in 45 minutes, we get to see bold creative swings that don't get lost in the amount of content being delivered to viewers. And I liked it. And Dave Bautista's not a great actor, but as Drax, he does a good job. He's insane politically. I know that. I am aware. There's been great directorial work on all of the Marvel television shows, but in the projects that have multiple directors, many viewers would be hard-pressed to name one of the directors or recall what episode a specific shot or well-edited moment was in because it all merges together. But you take Giacchino directing Werewolf by Night and you remember who made it, how the hallway scene was choreographed, and thus a voice becomes easier to discern. While Giacchino and Gunn certainly aren't newcomers to the MCU, there is a space within the Marvel presentations to have newcomers either showcase a style audiences recognize from their other work or for them to define it on that project. Phase 4 has broken away from some of Marvel's house style issues, but the special presentations could push that further to the point where anything from a musical to stop motion could be on the table for a format. There's a good shot from Werewolf by Night. And then there are the characters. With so many supporting characters at this point, some of them get lost in the shuffle of events, and some actors were asked for less than they were capable of. So why not combat that with a Wong, Benedict Wong, and Madison, Patty Guggenheim's special presentation. Or Jimmy Woo, Randall Park, or Annika Michaela Cole, and the Midnight Angels, or Mordo, with self-contained stories that both enrich the larger MCU, but also work on their own. The same goes for characters yet to make their debut in the MCU, maybe like Jack Russell, Elsa Bloodstone, in Man-Thing. In Werewolf by Night, not all characters need a film or a solo series introduction. Characters as big as Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer, Wolverine, and as obscure as Khazar, Beta Ray Bill, and White Tiger could all get their carefully crafted spotlight before going on to play bigger roles. And that's not a bad thing. You give people just enough to get them hooked in, and then you're like, okay, well, it's going to be in this next, so you should probably check that out if you're interested in this character or want to see more of them. But make it good. Don't make these identity-based garbage like you have been. What makes Marvel's special presentations so thrilling is their future so promising is that it recaptures the feeling of buying a single-issue comic book for the first time. Not a graphic novel or a collection that contains the whole story. Just a single issue. Some odd number in the middle of a decade-spanning ongoing series that you picked out because you liked the cover. Remember that feeling of being introduced to a whole new world? Of finding characters in the middle of stories and having the choice to whether to continue backwards from there to catch up or just to forge ahead or even let it exist in a vacuum. That's the feeling of that these projects capture better than any movie or series, the thrill of the experiencing something singular and making a lasting impression. Marvel special presentations feel made to last. And I can really identify with picking up in the middle of a comic run because a lot of the comic books I have are single issues and they're not they're just single issues. It's that I don't have the rest of the series. Now when I go to comic conventions, I make it a point, or comic shops, to look for them now, series. But there's always that one on the offhand chance. And I bought a lot of books like that. I bought them just based on the cover. And it's not that the other issues weren't available. So it's like I just picked something I liked based on the cover and read it, and like the article said, it exists in a vacuum, and I enjoy that. It really gives you, your imagination room to, move with the story. Now, you might go back later, like it said, and read either backward and catch up or just go ahead. But the single issue comic is much like these Marvel special presentations, and I'm not chilling for Marvel because I've shat all over everything they've done recently, but I did like this. This was the Guardians Holiday Special was enjoyable, so I'm going to check Werewolf by Night out. Now it's your turn, folks. What do you think? Did you check Guardians of the Galaxy out? Did you watch Werewolf by Night? What did you think of them? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Opine there. Be sure to tax that privilege button, like my brother Tony ToneDef says. Smack the like button. Bitch slap it if you will. And if today's the day I've earned it, subscribe to the channel. Ding the bell for notifications. 2-tier options to become a channel member. $2.99 or $4.99. Kazooian, Harvey Wakuian producer tier. The choice is up to you. You can subscribe. There's 1,200 videos in the back catalog for you to enjoy. Go check them out. I'm Tempo Kuian at the place to be reviews. I got to give a special shout out to my editor extraordinaire, Goodstuff, for the wonderful job on editing the videos. We've been here with all these. We don't see you. Have a great day. Pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all day.